Hey everybody, and welcome to the PlantStock channel. My name is Jesse if we haven't met yet. And today I have some more and exciting news regarding Beyond Meat. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for several weeks now, I've been hoping and expecting analysts out there to actually start to upgrade Beyond Meat again, bearing in mind all the lucrative deals that they've gotten in the last couple of weeks. And now it seems it's actually starting to happen again. So we're going to talk about that tonight. So stay tuned. But as always, people, I would truly appreciate an early thumbs up since it does really help the channel to expand to more people. And that's what we're all about here, right? Trying to reach more people, being more aware about plant-based investing, right? And if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to keep getting more information regarding Beyond Meat or other plant-based stocks and companies, make sure to subscribe and don't forget, push that bell button as well. All right, guys. Thank you, and I really appreciate you. Now, if we take a look at ticker symbol BYND, at the moment, it's around $139. And if we take a look at the last 5 days, it has been trending downwards ever so slowly and gently, which is not weird considering that we know what's going on the markets, right? I mean, personally, I do feel it's a bit weird considering all the good news from Beyond Meat and their deals, but considering what's going on overall in the market, maybe not so weird. So if we take a look at the latest news from the Motley Fool team, Beyond Meat fills analysts with newfound enthusiasm after major brand deals, right? That's what we're all talking about here, right? So in this article, they're talking about all the recent deals that they've had with McDonald's, PepsiCo, Yum Brands, and don't forget, Yum Brands includes KFC, Pizza Hut, and Taco Bell. So, and these deals are on a global scale, which was talked about several times on this channel. The article goes on about talking about Beyond Meat, that they just announced that they're starting to collaborate with PepsiCo and they're going to have a new product line with them. And what is very interesting, and it's the first time I actually seen an article write about this. This is what I talked about, is that the whole idea that it's not going to be just different foods, it's going to be beverages and what that could actually mean. And we talked about this in my latest video, and I'm wondering, could that mean that they're planning to make dairy alternatives, right? Which would be a whole other ball game, right? And that's what I'm hoping for, because I still don't know what could it otherwise be, considering that sodas, that's usually vegan or plant-based anyhow, and most juices. So I'm hoping that's a dairy alternative. Guys, let me know down in the corner. What could you see that being? What could the beverages with PepsiCo and Beyond Meat be? Let me know. And the article keeps talking about the other two deals, the 3-year partnership with McDonald's, making the new Mac plant on a global scale, and then the Yum Brands, right? And what this actually will mean for the company. And this analyst is from the Citigroup, right? So even though the numbers weren't that great, according to many analysts out there, they understand the situation, they understand what's been going on the last year, as we all have, and that considering the deals and the massive scope of them, they understand that this is going to be a huge deal for the company and for those who are invested. And that is exactly why they've upgraded it to $184 per share price target, which is really good. It says here in the article that it used to be at 147, and this is indicating 25% more upside in the shares. And this is not true because it's around 140, 139, 140 right now, which means it's an even higher upside then, right? So what are my personal thoughts on this? Well, obviously this is exciting news, but I'm wondering, like, what's going on? Why does it take these analysts such a long time? This has been we've known about this for several weeks, right? So now they come and talk about the stock should be upgraded. And obviously it should. It's an amazing deal with PepsiCo. It's an amazing deal with McDonald's and the Yum Brands. It's huge. It's basically the hugest kind of deal, the largest kind of deals that you can have in the food space, right? And now just one analyst is talking about this, that this should upgrade it. And obviously, I'm expecting a lot of other analysts to come in and start upgrading it again. I'm not worried about it because they recently downgraded it after the Q3 reports, right? And when people thought that they would lose the McDonald's deal, and now they haven't. So I do expect this news to just more and more people are going to find out about this. More and more analysts are going to talk about this and upgrade it, which means naturally that more institutions are going to buy in more again, and a lot of retail investors are going to buy in more, even though personally, I don't know how much we should actually be listening to some of these analysts, because if we should learn anything about the experience with Tesla, a lot of these analysts, they don't actually know what they're talking about because they don't see the potentials of these growth companies, right? A lot of these analysts, when it came to Tesla, they were like, it's just a car company. They're so small, they're not going to have a chance. And they were so totally wrong, right? Tesla right now, from a valuation perspective, is the largest car company out there, right? But that's because they're not actually a car company, right? They're more about the software. There's so many other things about their energy business that has not been taken up. And it's the same situation here with Beyond Meat, right? They're like, well, they have so much competition. There are other small plant-based companies out there. There's the meat industry that could start making vegan food. Yet they don't understand the scope, the innovation, the R&D, and all the money that's being put in to actually research and perfect the perfect plant-based meat alternative, right? And there's no one else who's putting that much of effort and energy into producing that. I mean, these analysts are still normally talking about, well, look at the PE value, look at the price to shares. It doesn't make sense. And I'm not saying that's not good metrics to use with Coca-Cola company, maybe, right? It just doesn't make sense with a growth company that's going to expand and explode in such a large manner globally that, we just going to try to keep up with it, right? So that's one of the reasons why I don't put too much stock into what analysts say. I mean, I think it's positive news that more and more are going to talk positively about Beyond Meat. It's just so sad that it takes such a long time. But I mean, it is good for us who are retail investors, because the more and more people talking about this, more and more analysts upgrading it, it will make certain that we will actually collect more, right? Because when it goes up to a $200, $250 upgrades, $300, I mean, I do expect that to happen. There's no doubt about that. When that happens, we're all going to benefit, especially us who are long-term investors, who keeps our cools, right? Those diamond hands, that we can see the vision that a lot of these analysts haven't seen. And when they actually start seeing it, they could be a couple of months or years, in the back. But as long as we stay frosty, right, guys, as long as we stay cool, we shouldn't be anything to be nervous about, right? We also need to try to understand how analysts work, right? Because they might not be as effective as many of us want them to be, because they answer to a lot more people than we as retail investors do, right? We basically do this for ourselves, for our families maybe, and we can put all our time and effort to just focus on one company. But they can't do that because they have the investors, their customers, they have their bosses, they have to deliver certain numbers during certain times so they can get their bonuses. And if they don't, they'll lose money and so on. So they might not have the luxury, if that's what we're going to call it, as we do, to be able to just relax, keep long term, and just enjoy the benefits, right? But we actually have some more news for you today. I just found out, came out like I think an hour ago, the latest news here. Just thought I would mention it, and it is that Pete's Coffee partners with Beyond Meat and Just Egg to roll out the everything plant-based breakfast sandwich nationwide. So what does this mean? Well, that means that Beyond Meat has gotten another partnerships, right? To be frank, I went into Pete's, and there's nothing I actually know about that much. I don't know how big they are. Tried to get some quick information, so I might have to come back and talk more about that in the future. But it still seems that it's a great deal, right? And that is, again, something I've talked about before, right? That after these three major deals, Beyond Meat is going to look a lot more lucrative for different organizations, for different companies out there. And I do expect them in the coming year to get more and more deals because they've proven themselves, right? They've gotten the giants in the industry. So everyone is going to want to work with them. This is kind of the proof that they're the best plant-based company out there. Whether that's true or not, it's all about brand awareness, right? And if that's what people are going to buy more and more, that's what these companies expect to happen then if they partner with Beyond Meat. So I'm really excited about this. Guys, what about you? What do you feel about this news? Let me know down in the comments. All right, guys, that was it for today. I truly hope you got some value in today's video. And if you did, don't forget to smash that like button, since it really will help my channel expand to more people. And if you want to keep getting more information regarding Beyond Meat and also maybe just egg, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And as always, don't forget to smash that bell button. And for all of you who might be wondering out there, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a teacher. Make sure to always do your own due diligence and invest safe, guys. Hope to see you soon. Peace out.